Hey everybody, welcome back to another video for the week. Hey, I'm excited because this week we start a brand new series. It's actually going to be a 4-part series. Today I'm going to introduce it, and then over the next 3 weeks we're going to talk about 3 different components of this series that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about knowing, feeling, and doing. What do you need to know? What do you want to feel? And what should you be doing? Now we're going to talk about those in a little bit of a different way because we're going to focus on the idea of core connections. Knowing, feeling, and doing are what I'm going to call core connections, because if we're not connected with our knowledge and what we believe and what we know, then we're probably not going to be connected with our feelings and how we feel about ourselves. And do we feel what we want to feel about ourselves? And if we're not connected with what we're feeling and our emotions, then we're not probably going to be very effective at what we're doing. So we're going to talk about each of those individually. Now here's your homework. I want you to be thinking about some areas that you might feel a little bit disconnected in. That could be your marriage. That could be a dating relationship. That could be your singleness, not being married or in a dating relationship. That could be your faith. That could be a spiritual thing. This could be your job. And I want you to think about, how am I feeling disconnected? Where am I feeling restless? Where am I feeling on edge and just not at peace in this area? Well, what that could be cluing you into is that there's a deficit in some knowledge or belief, a deficit in some feeling or emotion, or a deficit in what you're doing or some of your behaviors. And that's what we're going to be addressing over the next 3 weeks. How does that sound? Okay, so there's your homework. Think about your knowledge, your emotions and your feelings, and what you're doing. And I want you to think about what just feels off right now. What area of my life feels off? And we're going to dig into the knowledge, the feelings, and the doing. And we're going to unpack those and see, how can you begin to feel more connected, more engaged in those areas, so that that deficit vanishes. It goes away and you feel more connected. You feel better. You feel more motivated. And life gets a lot easier in some of those areas where you are living with purpose and you feel like you are in your place where you need to be, where God has you, and where you're living out the best version of what you want to do in your life. Okay? So I'm excited. I hope you are as well. Tune in next week. Every Wednesday, we're going to be releasing another video. This time it's on core connections. Be thinking about areas that you're connected or disconnected in, and I will see you next week. Hope you all have a wonderful week. See you then.